My name is Ryan Douse. I am tied into the Spokane Public Schools district here in town. I work at Rogers High School and Lewis and Clark High School in the northeast section of town. I'm a Gear Up liaison and have been working within the school system here in Spokane for about 7 years now. Also a member and co-founder of the nonprofit, the Marshallese Community Advisory Board. And a lot of my work revolves around education for middle school and high school students, as well as advocating for and working with the Marshallese community on health equity and education equity in the Northeast sector. So I think, right now when I think about everything that's going on in the world, I think one challenge that I see within the community I work within is the voices being heard. I think sometimes the community members that I work with aren't being heard when their needs need to be met, especially in something with COVID that's going on. But I think, like a lot of the other communities in the United States, I think that the Northeast is dealing with issues around housing right now. I'm really worried that when our rent moratorium ends, that we might lose a lot of students and a lot of parents to other parts of town or other parts of the state. I think another challenge that at least I see in the community that I serve in the Northeast is just equity for educational opportunities in Northeast Spokane. A lot of our students come from pretty disadvantaged backgrounds, and sometimes it takes a lot more on the part of the families, the school, and the students to get them to a place of their more affluent peers. So that's always a challenge from day one up until now that I've seen that our families in the Northeast have to deal with. I also think that one challenge that we deal with in the Northeast is generalizations as well about our families and our students. We have a very diverse community, students from various cultures and backgrounds, but I think a lot of times our families in the Northeast get judged and lumped into negative there's negative connotations made about the Northeast and the families that reside there, and I think that's the farthest thing from the truth. We have amazing, hardworking individuals within that community, and I think that that's the story we need to start telling, and it's a challenge that sometimes our kids have to deal with in our sheriff, so that's a big one. Yeah, so I think one of the biggest strengths in the area is that our community is extremely diverse for Spokane. We have some of the largest English language learner communities in Spokane. We also have a very large Marshallese community there. And I think that there's a lot of strength in diversity when the surrounding area is predominantly white and has been predominantly white. Again, I think another strength in that community is that some of our students and families do come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and I think coming out of that, our students and our families are tough. I think that they can rise to a lot of challenges that other people that haven't dealt with the adversity they have, they wouldn't be able to rise to it, where our kids, even though it might be a challenge to start, they're used to overcoming to accomplish things, and I think that's a huge strength that often gets missed with our kids. One thing I love about Northeast Spokane is the diversity of students and parents that we have. Like I said, Spokane's predominantly white, but in the Northeast, it's probably has the highest rate of diversity in the city. And I just love seeing students from different cultures and different ethnic groups, and we're just always constantly learning and collaborating on things. And I think that it's the best. It's just amazing to have that opportunity.